Want to see something cool? Now that we've torn the Tempest to pieces, it's time to see if we can sexy it up a bit. Judging by the surface finish, it looks like that rotor and stator were quite possibly cast by 4th graders in the playground sandbox. It's got a surface finish on par with Bukowski's nose. So now it's time to take our Tempest to this fucking place. This is a Powdercoat line, and it's how we're gonna put lipstick on this pig. The process begins with prep. Cast aluminum requires more foreplay than other metals. This aluminum is old, porous, and full of various lotions and potions from the freaky foamers that would contaminate the sanctity of our illustrious coating. So, first step, we give it a bath, including stripping any of the existing coatings, degreasing and off-gassing in a 400-degree oven for an hour, and this removes any residual oils that could be trapped in the metal. Now that we've washed away the sins of its misspent youth, it's time for masking and hanging, which is a lovely way to start an evening. Anywhere you don't want to be coated needs to be masked off, because it'll clog the threads and cause problems with bearing fitment, so we're filling every hole we can with an assortment of silicone plugs as varied as your mom's toy box. Every hole's a goal! With any kind of coating, it's all about the prep. Now that it's clean and masked, we etch it with another shower. We slip our dangly bits deep into the squirting wet tunnel for a 5-step pre-wash that blasts off any further impurities and prepares the metal at the molecular level. This chemically etches the entire part, giving the material a microscopically rough surface so the powder coat has more area to grab. Once the part comes out of the wash, we blow out any residual water by hand with an air gun. You can't touch it again with your bare hands. The oils will cause imperfections in the finish. On a steel part, they're so clean they start to oxidize the moment they come out of the wash. My parts are aluminum, so that really isn't much of a problem. Now we get to the part where I'm comfortable, because powder coating is done with high voltage. The part is grounded and the powder is given a high voltage electrostatic charge as it leaves the gun. That charge makes it seek out and cling to the part. This isn't spray paint, that's a fine powder, like the toner in your printer. There's no solvent or carrier, this is as dry as a popcorn fart. The parts come down the middle. First dude coats the top and one side, second dude gets the bottom and the back. There's a giant dust collector opposite each of them, and the entire process is remarkably clean. Now that we're done and dusted, it's off to the oven. This is a 400-degree tunnel, and we're moving at 3 feet per minute. After an hour's ride through hell and back, we go through a cooling tunnel to give them time to set the cure and become safe to handle. For tiny parts, that can be just a couple minutes, but because of the thermal inertia of my big swinging castings, this will take about half an hour. Now it's time to take them home, and I'll do the black parts by hand with spray paint. But this gives us a hell of a foundation to work from, and that coating will last a lifetime. Our Siren just leveled up. Restoration is one thing, but the body of our Siren is now better than it was the moment it left the factory, and that's pretty cool.